There it is. Okay. Didn't know if it was going to come on or not. Hi, everyone. I'm Jeanette Collins, and you're at Stampin' to Connect. And today I am accepting a challenge from my leader, Kristina Rees. She is my upline, and on Wednesday, she did a real cute card, but she challenged us to do just a orange and black card. So I was in a kind of a fog anyhow. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, even with I have so many things I could work with. But anyway, thank you, Kristina, because this is my challenge card that I'll be entering on her site. As you can see, it's orange, black, and white, which is okay. She said we could use another color. So the reason why this one's fun is because it will, ooh, I got this stuck under here. Let me get it off. It will open as a fun fold. Isn't that cute? So I've got, this is old paper from last year, but you can use any kind of black and white to make this work. I've got to keep it right. And anyhow, I just think it's great. This is from the assortment pack. And this is some pretty glitter paper that I got. So it's this year's. It comes in different colors. So it's really cool. And then I used this beautiful die cut. The die cut is from, let me show you real quick. It is from, here it is. It's called, let me move this. This is the die that I used right here. And it's called Artistic Dies. Let me pull it out of the case and you can read it better. Let's get it focused. Come on. There it is. Artistic Dies. It's because of my lights too. Artistic Dies. It's number 155371. But it's beautiful. And this little thing has been used. I've seen it so much on all kinds of cards. So it's a beautiful one to have. Okay. So that's what I did. I was looking at all my leaves that I had on this card. And so I decided, I'm going to go look for a leaf die. And that's how I came up with that. And then the circle here is made with the stylish shapes dies. And I use this die, the largest circle die, to make that circle. Because, once you make the fold, then all it is decorating. So you decorate the centerpiece, I guess, and then you decorate your insides. So I think that's really cute. I think I need to move my camera down just a bit. Let's see. See if it comes. Yeah, I like that a little better. This way I don't have to hold it up as high, right? I can just do this. Come on. Anyhow, let me show you how to make this fold. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't put it on a base, and I think I'm going to this time, so that will make it a little different. Oh, and I'm also using this paper today. This is perfectly penciled. I'm using this side though, okay, so it won't contrast. So I think that's, let's see. Yeah, I'm still using the old one, and I'm still using an orange from, yeah, okay, and the other two are the same. So let me just show you then. Go through this real quick. The pieces that you'll need. Now these are the decorating pieces. Let me just wait on that. Let's get to cutting our paper. Okay. We want to make that fold. I'm going to take myself out and make myself smaller. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, hello. Yep, come on. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna put my glasses on, so because these little numbers on the cutter are really small. Okay, let's see. Now what I want to do first is cut this 8.5 by 11 at 5 inches So we normally cut it at 5.5, right? Nope, that's not right. When it's like this, we cut it at 4.25. Right. Okay, so let me think. Before I oh, let me do the 10 first. I think that'll be safer. I don't know why I get so flustered. I can do this. Okay, the accordion starts at 5 inches. So let's do this. The 5 inches, just like I was going to. Yeah. Okay, we'll put this in our not trash. We got to save it. And then now, since this is 11, we want to cut it at 10.25. So I'm going to pull the arm out. And that's what's so nice about this trimmer is you can do so much with it. And we're going to put this at 10.25 and use our dark blade. And there we go. Now, the next thing we need to do is put in the score lines. All right. So did I show you my template yet? This is what I'm looking at when I'm making this. Here's my little template. So basically, I'm at this stage right now where I've got the 10.25 cut, 10.25 by 5 inches, and then, and see how it folds. Then now we're going to score at 1 1/8. Then we're going to score at 3 7/8, and then we're going to keep sliding, and we score at 6 3/4. Okay, so that's 3 score lines. Let's do it. Okay, 1 1/8. Pull this up so I can see. 1 1/8. That's a quarter. 1/8 is the second little line. 1 1/8. Oh, not the dark one, because the dark one will cut. We've got to use the gray little roller here, and that will make our first. Our first score line. And now we're going to take it all the way. Here's 3. And let's take it all the way to 3 7/8, which is this little line. It's the second one before the 4. Okay. In our scoring gray, we could use it again a couple times. And then we go 6 3/4. Well, we have 6 here. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, let me move it down a little bit. Here we are at 6, and we need to go 6 3/4. Well, we know that 3/4 would be here because it's right before the 7, right? Because it would be a quarter, half, and 3/4. 3/4 is right there. Okay, score. I did 6 3/4. Okay, just checking. I looked at it and I'm like, uh-oh, did I do it wrong? Okay, I think we're ready. Let's see. Okay, and then we're just going to accordion fold it. So we can leave this one down and we can fold it. Get my phone folder. Fold that. I'll fold this one back. There. And this one. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Do I have it the correct way? Yep. Here. And then we open it up like that. I think they call this the Z fold. All right. So now we're going to decorate it. Okay, let's start with this base. And I have chosen this leaf panel. And like I said, this is from last year. So I cut it at 3.5 by 4 3/4. Looks like I went a little over though. Maybe that measurement needs to be 3. I'm going to change, or 3 1/4. I'm going to change it, and I'm going to cut it 1/4 off so it will fit just perfectly. So we're 3 1/4 here. I just had it a little long, a little wide. Okay, I bet all of them are going to be a little wide now. Okay, so that was 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and let's put that here and glue it in. Get my glue. See if it's ready. You may recognize this paper, the one I'm using here. It was from the large pack last year, and I still have so much of it, so that's why I want to use it. And I knew, oh, well, there's some black and white, because all of the paper had black and white on. It was prints and colorful images on one side and black and white on the other. So I thought that was a good one to use, since I need to use it anyhow. But I'm sure you have a piece of black and white that you can use that will work. Okay, so now let's put the glue on. I'm in camera. Okay, put this in. So this is actually 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Now look at that. See, you made a perfect border around there. And I like this paper because it's non-directional. Okay, on this panel, we're going to use the orange. Is that correct? Or is it the white? Where's my other one? Yep, the orange is next. Okay, so I have this pattern orange, and this one is current. It was part of this paper. And it's going to go right there. Looks like it fits. Hallelujah. Now, there. Here's my orange, and my background is orange. And now we need to put a white panel in it. And this is for us to write our sentiment. But this is exactly the same size as the orange one. 2 1/2 by 4 3/4. So really what I would be doing before I would be putting these panels in is I would be die cutting. But I didn't want to die cut on camera because sometimes it gets too long. Just wanted you to know where you can find your die cuts. Did I show you the, stylish shapes? That's been the best stamp set. Now I must have a little bit of glue on my fingers, and I can see a smudge there. It doesn't show on the camera, but it's there. So I'm going to get my little rubber eraser to erase things. Like, it takes it right off. It just pulls it up. This little eraser does. A bending glue. So there we go. See, this is a little glue thing. And all this is like the little glue pieces I picked up. It just pulls them on. So, and then the last piece here, I'm having it to match the leaves. And it is 1 inch by 4 3/4. Are you catching on that all of them are 4 3/4, all the same length? Okay, let's put the glue on. You know, I've tried to use the tape runners, and you know, they act weird for me all the time. So I get so frustrated. That's why I just use glue. It's just easier for me. Okay, yeah, I've got it on my fingers. Okay, this one again, non-directional, so it doesn't matter. But if you do get a directional one, like if it's a leaf that's supposed to be moved going upward, then you have to be careful when you cut it. That's all. Oh, let me pull it down just a little bit. Come on. Okay, now we're pretty even. Okay, so that's the main inner of the card. And and then we have this one, which is 1 inch by 4 3/4. And this little piece, as you can see, is same size, goes on this flap. I think that's how I wanted to do it. Actually, I wanted to put the leaf on there. I don't know if I can pull it off or not. Oh, well, we'll just leave it. It's going to be okay. But see, like these flowers, this is from Perfectly Penciled. I would make sure that they were moving up like that. And actually, that looks pretty cute. But it's not leaves. So that's why I was going to do this. I'll just do this. It's okay. Little OCD. So if I were making this, for someone in particular, I would start over because that's just how I am. I'm like, oh, I put that out in the wrong fold. There. And that looks nice. Okay. Got all of those done. Now, like I said, I would have already been die cutting, and I would have die cut this little leaf, this ornamental leaf, because that's exactly what it is. And then again, I used the largest circle die of the Stylish Shapes. So I could take that off. And this is where I will build my focal point. So I'm going to be putting my sentiment in here. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that one. And we can also put the sentiment here because this is about where it's going to go, like right here. And I want my sentiment to be hidden. So I want to make sure it's done correctly. So let's get our sentiments. And the other thing I like doing is using my Stamparatus. I find I have more luck using it and getting the stamping correct if I use the Stamparatus. Okay, I'm going to put this one in on the left. I need to put it on the empty one. Lord. Okay, I've got hello here, and I want to put hello on the circle, so I can do that first because that one's very easy. Okay. So the Stamparatus is just a positioning tool. You can see I practiced earlier, and so I know that the hello is straight. I'm using the red rubber little stamps, and you can't see how, if you put the little tag on correctly or not. So I always practice with that for sure. So let's stamp this up, putting some black on it. And I'm going to get my orange circle and look to see where it's going to hit. I want it to hit about right there. So let me put my, these just hold this so it won't shift around. That looks like a good place. Press it. Let's see. Very nice. Got a little halo there, but I can fix that. Okay, now with the thinking of you, I need to get my card because I'm stamping. And again, if I were doing this correctly, I would have done this before gluing it in. It's always better. Okay, but the Stamparatus will help me. Okay, I'm going to line it up with the grid so I know it's straight. And I want to make sure I put this in the right place. So I'm going to put it a little lower than I think, normally we would put it about here, but because of that circle, get that circle. When I close this and put that circle on, I want to make sure it's hidden. So I'm going to put it down here because I don't want this to go too high. So that's what a positioning tool is. You can lay your stamp on your paper and then bring down, this is my second door, my acrylic door. Bring down the door, press, and it will pick it up. See how it's picked up the stamp? And so now when I ink it up, it's going to go in the exact place I need it to go. You know what I need to do? I'm going to do this too. This is my OCD. I'm going to move it and I'm going to stamp and see if it's straight. See if my stamp is straight, my words. The Stamparatus is great if you have any kind of OCD. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's really messed up. Turn it this way. Okay, see, it's running down a little bit. So, see, so the thinking needs to come up. Move it just a hair. Okay, I'm going to shift this paper down, see if we can get it straight. And then when we put it on the card, it will be straight. So especially if you're a stamper and you have shaky hands and, every time you put it down, you're like, oh, it's just so hard. This makes it a lot easier. I know, look, see how much straighter that is? I mean, it's barely leaning down here, but I pushed that thinking up and now it looks straight to me. And it's straighter, so that's better. And what you do on your card is you keep inking up until you get it the right darkness you want. And you can't do that when you're stamping with a block. Okay, let's put this back on here. I have it, I think, perfect right there. So I'm going to put my card here. See if we get it in the right place. Okay, put my magnets back on here to help hold the card. Now I'm going to lean this down and see where I am. I'm not going to touch it because it does have ink on it. Okay, that's too low, isn't it? That's right in the middle of the card. So let's move the card down just a bit. Okay, I moved it 2 blocks down, 1 inch. And I make sure it's straight on the grid. Okay, that's where it's going to be. And looks like it will, I think it's going to be okay because it will cover. All right, I think that's what we're doing. So now I just need to put the ink on it. And here's my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And put start with 1 coat. And you don't want to press real hard because you will get the halos. You know what? I need to move it over just a bit. There. Okay. I'm pressing, and I'm not pressing hard. Okay, pretty. But you can tell that it's kind of light. I can tell that it's light in place. So I'm going to ink it again. Here we go. Oh, see how much darker it is? It's fuller. It's pretty. I think that's good. I don't want to go again because I don't want to risk the shifting of anything. Okay, I'm going to take this off, and I can take, let me clean off that stamp. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me put the stamp down. And then this one, my bit off too. And I'm going to take the little hello off and pull this out and place it, place that there, and place it like this and put it aside. So we're all done with the stamping. Okay, now we got to continue putting things together. This is my little rag. Get that glue off my fingers. All right. So we have the paper on, we have the thinking of you on, and now we have to get that centerpiece on here. So we're working with the hello circle. I'm looking for something here. Looking for this eraser just to see if I can get this a little lighter, because what I'll do if it's still a dot there, I will put a jewel on it. I like to try to erase some of it. Okay, let me look. That's a little lighter right there. Okay, put this back and let's glue the circle on. Now we're going to have to be careful. Look how we covered it perfectly. All right. So when we glue this piece on, this circle, we want to make sure we don't go past the black paper, okay? So the glue is only going to go on this part right here, and the black paper is our cutoff, but we can't see it through the paper, so we have to just kind of look at it and be very careful. Okay, let me put it back on there because I turned it. I want to turn it exactly like I want it so I don't miss it. Okay, I'm going to turn it this way. Now, and glue. And being careful not to go too far in. Okay. Orange and black was the challenge. Making sure that hello is on there. Straight. Now let's see. There, look, no glue. Yay! And I covered the thinking of you. That's cool. So it's hello, and then they open it up and say it's thinking of you. Okay, let's put the pretty stuff on the front. Let's see, what did I use? I just used the ribbon and the ornament. This is the leaf ornament I'm going to put on here. It's just so pretty. I don't know if I want it above the card, though. I mean, I don't want it sticking out. It can't stick out, or else when we put it in an envelope, you won't be able to. Okay, so maybe just that little bit. All right, so what I have to do here is I have to put glue or glue dots in the larger places. Now, I can't put it here. I think what I'm going to do is cut this bottom off. I didn't in the other one, but I'm going to do with this one. Let me get my scissors, because I don't want it to be quite as tall as I had the other one. I had this one because I didn't pay attention. I was just putting it on because it was pretty. But look, this is like 3/4 of an inch off. And so when you would put that in an envelope, it would get crushed. So we don't want that. So this will stay on the card, see? And now that's not going to bother. Let's move it over. So this will be hanging off. Okay, let's get the glue or glue dots. I don't know. I have a few little glue dots from the paper pumpkin right here. I think I'm going to use those. They're so nice to use. Oh, and speaking of paper pumpkin, the 10th is the last day to register for the one that is the Christmas box. It's called Ho Ho Ho. It's beautiful. So I'm really anxious to see what that's going to look like. I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous as always. Okay, I'm putting one glue dot there. So October 10th, if you're not a subscriber and you want that Christmas, it's going to be 9 Christmas cards. So, and they said it's traditional colors, so that's kind of cool too. Okay, one more. That's one. I'm going to put it, I'm going to put it here. Okay, now we just have to take the little tops off. And I just pierce them and shove them, and they come off just fine. And they leave that little glue, clear glue behind on the project. Okay, get that off. There, kind of moved. All right, let's put this on. So again, this is a Z-fold card. There, I think that makes sort of the Z. And let's put this on the front. Do I want it there? Probably. Yeah, that makes it easier just to use the glue dots. Isn't that so pretty though? And now the last thing I want to do before, I'm going to be putting this on this base, black base. I didn't buy other one, but it's simply a cut base. It doesn't have anything, you know, it's not a card. So it's 4 inches by 5 1/4. I call it a holder. And so this will fit right on it. And that just kind of grounds it again. I think that grounds that black. I mean, the orange and everything, it just makes it lift even more. So there we go. And that's what it's going to look like when you have it set. But before I put this black on there, I want to put my ribbon. So I'm using the gingham ribbon. Everybody loves this, and I think I'm going to buy one more. It's called Black and White, but it is so beautiful, and we all love it. So I think what I'm going to do is just put it on the back. And the reason why I wanted to do this, since we don't have a you know, you can put this on the back and nobody's going to see it. And we need enough here, and then enough on this side to tie a bow. And I'm going to go pretty generously. Let's see, I can take a little bit off on this left side. Whee! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. Nice. Now, to make this stay on the back, again, I need glue dots. I think that's the best way to go. So if I want it in the middle, just kind of straighten it out using my grid. Move over stuff. There. Got it straight on my grid. And so I'm going to put some glue dots on this ribbon. Okay. Get my big glue dot thing. And here we go. Oops. There's one. Be pretty generous with them. 2. Let's do one more for that side. So I can tell where I'm putting them. That was 1, 2. Okay. Uh-oh. I thought I put 3 of them on there already. Oh, stuck to my hand. It stuck to my card. Okay, I want that there. Now I'm looking. Okay. One glued out there, one here. Stay on. Okay. And one more on that end. And that should do it. All right. And we're going to put it right in the center of the card. Put it on the grid line. Try to get it just right. Let's see. I'm looking at my grid to make sure it's all lined up. That's good. Okay, now I can press. So now we have this ready, and we can tie our bow. Whoa. Oh, come on. Okay, I need my reverse tweezers to hold it for me. Did I tie a knot? I shouldn't have, because that's going to make it hard. No, I didn't. Okay, that's good. You don't want to tie a knot first, because then the recipient will, have to really work at getting a knot off and get the ribbon off. So you don't. You just tie this in a bow, which I'm a little challenged, but I can do it. There it comes. There. Now it's really big, and we can adjust it. But see, now it's holding that card closed, because when I do the cards like this, I don't want them to be flappy, and opening, when they look at the card even. So yeah, I can adjust this, but I kind of like it where it's like that. I think I'm going to trim this little frayed part and trim this a little bit. There, that looks better. Okay. Now we're going to put it on the base holder, and basically this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to put the glue on this, and all we need is the jewels. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I'm a slow stamper. That's what I guess I'm going to rate myself as, or label myself as. But I think that's okay. I like to take my time and enjoy it, because if I get too big of a rush, I know I'm going to mess up. And since I'm giving these to like specific people most of the time, I don't want them to be messed up. Okay. Hold that down. Isn't it pretty? But I think the black just really lifts it up and makes it so beautiful. That orange just really shows up. Yeah. Okay. And now the jewels. I'm going to use iridescent pearls, I believe. Those are hearts. Here's my iridescent pearls. They are beautiful. Get them out. Let them slide out. Come on. I always cut my my little bags on the side of my jewels, because then I can just pull out the card. I'm having a little trouble. Come on, come on, come on out. Come on out. Something's stuck. Probably stuck on there. See? So I can pull it out and then put it back in, and I don't lose any jewels that way. So I like that. I don't like opening this little thing and that it's glued to. I just don't like it. So this is my way, and that's what I do. Okay, let's get a few pearls on it. I'm going to start with the large pearl. all you got to do is poke it and lift it. I love that they're already backed with adhesive. Okay, remember my little mistake? Went right there. Nobody's going to even think about it or think, oh, look, she stamped, has a halo mark. No. Okay, and this one, another large one, I'm going to put right here. And let's put a small one too. Small one. Aren't they pretty? They're very pretty little pearls. And let's put it right here. Now, just right here. There. And then I just slide this back in and put it back in my drawer. And that's it. So this is the card today. My challenge that I accepted. And then when the receiver gets it, they can pull the bow and it opens up. Isn't that nice? I just love it. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this card, even though I'm a little slow and I had to relook at my measurements for the scoring. So, but I wanted to be right. I'm going to retie this. It's going to be a big bow because that's what I can do. Where is that? Okay, wait. Let's see which one. This one. The one that you fold over. Whee! There. There we go. Well, thank you for being here. And also, just to let you know, Stampin' Up! Is having a great sign up. If you sign up to be a demonstrator, then you get 20% off of your product that you buy. So let me just move over there. I want to show you, see if I can do it. Oh, that's not right. No, that's not right. Present screen. Okay, there's my screen. I'm going to go over here to Chrome tab and find, I think this is it. Okay. Let me make this StreamYard come back so I can see myself, what I'm doing. Will that work? Nope. I want to do this. Well, I can't see it. I can't see what I'm doing. But when you come onto the site, they always show you what's new right here. It's on the very first page of our Stampin' Up. Now, if you're not seeing this, I apologize because I'm still learning how to share my screen. But here they show you what the latest stuff is. And so this is a Christmas gifting kit, which makes the tags, and they're beautiful. And then it should slide to another one. Let's see. And I'll just slide it for you. And here's the starter kit. So this right now through the month of October, you for $99, instead of just $125 a product, you can now sign up and get $155 worth of product. That's a super deal. So yeah. And you don't have to be a business demonstrator. You don't have to go to, do shows or, you just don't have to do the group things. You can just be a hobbyist demonstrator or what we call happy shoppers, because you're going to be happy when you get that 20% off. But this is a great deal through October. For $99, you can get $155 worth of product. Let's see what anything else. Oh, yeah. They've got a birthday card organizer that's now maybe it must be live because it's on my site. But anyhow, it's in book form, and it also comes with, I think, 9 cards that you can put together. So that's really neat. It's beautiful. I can't wait for mine to come out. And then the last thing is this paper pumpkin kit that's you have to sign up by October 10th to get the ho 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 paper pumpkin box. They're great. I love them. So let me see. Oh, I wish I could see if I was doing that with you. But let's see. Let's cancel. All right. Well, if not, then you just heard me. So, and you can probably drop this off. Okay. I will see you next time. Probably next week again. I've got too much going on. Thank you for being here, and I will see you also when you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook as a replay. Please go ahead and leave me a comment. Bye. Well.